Hey everyone, it's been over a year since the highly anticipated anime Lazarus finished its 13-episode run after premiering in April 2025. With Shinichiro Watanabe directing, Mappa handling animation, and Chad Stahelski doing the action choreography, the hype was massive. But despite that pedigree, the series left a lot of audiences cold. Now, I'm going to be honest up front. I actually really liked Lazarus. It has a charming, jazzy energy, and the combat fluidity really reflects Stahelski's influence. Plus, the soundtrack, composed by Kamasi Washington, Bonobo, and Floating Points, brings an incredible lo-fi atmosphere. But today, we need to talk about why the show stumbled for so many viewers. It suffered from major narrative and pacing issues, incredibly thin character development, and a heavy over-reliance on style over substance. The premise of Lazarus sounds amazing on paper. Set in 2052, a scientist named Dr. Skinner creates Hapna, a miracle drug that eliminates pain. But 3 years later, Skinner reveals the drug will mutate and kill everyone who took it within 30 days. You would expect a suspenseful manhunt, but the pacing becomes a major problem. Instead of building tension, the plot quickly settles into a rhythm that feels more like watching pins drop on a GPS. Each episode provides another clue or red herring for the team to chase. Ultimately, the show feels less like an end-of-the-world thriller and more like clearing levels in a late-night video game. And for a show with a 30-day doomsday clock, society is bizarrely laid back. Background characters just assume the government will find a cure and go about their normal lives. This results in a vibe that is more keep calm and carry on than chaotic panic, which completely undercuts the stakes. Then we have the Lazarus team itself. The show features an appealing found family with a diverse mix of personalities, like Axel, the bold escape expert. However, the character development is incredibly thin. The characters largely remain tethered to their archetypes. We only get fleeting monologues in early episodes that offer glimpses of humanity before the endgame takes over. The show frequently teases personal connections, but then abandons them. This style of storytelling keeps the series from realizing its true emotional potential. Furthermore, crucial narrative revelations are often delivered via side characters instead of the protagonists. This effectively sidelines the main cast and leaves them adrift in their own narrative. Even though the ensemble has solid on-screen chemistry, they ultimately feel underused and underdeveloped compared to other popular anime. Finally, Lazarus suffers from relying way too heavily on its aesthetics. Watanabe's signature style is everywhere, from the jazzy undertones to the tight choreography and cool cast. The action sequences are undeniably a visual feast, tricked out in fluidity and weight. But the show vibrates on vibes alone, and struggles to outpace its own silence. It wraps its core paranoia in slick choreography and a soundtrack that hits harder than the plot ever endeavors to. By the final stretch, the narrative veers from meditative to messy, ultimately rushing to the finish line with a clunky finale. The insistence on prioritizing the cool, globe-trotting mystery over deep emotional resonance makes the stylistic choices feel like a crutch to hide a hollow core. Lazarus isn't without its flashes of brilliance, and I'll always defend the gorgeous animation and the incredible soundtrack. But as a complete narrative experience, it just couldn't balance its immense style with the substance needed to make the audience truly care. Did you guys stick with it for the aesthetics, or did the pacing turn you off? Let's chop it up in the comments. Thanks for watching.